Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Wright Flyer. This is an audio blog special. I am your captain, Randy Wright, and I'm also joined by my first officer, Jeremy Graventon. We would like to thank you for tuning in to this brief message. Now that Texas Senator Ted Cruz has dropped out of the race, true conservatives are beginning to feel a sensation of defeatism. This sensation was gradual at first. However, it now seems to be reaching a fever pitch. That said, it's very important for the NeverTrump movement to maintain courage. We are facing a true dilemma in this nation that is both an identity crisis as well as a constitutional crisis. We fully understand the sensations which are gripping your hearts and minds. However, we are here to remind you that we need to keep proper perspective.
It has to be said that the NeverTrump movement is not about a specific person or candidate. The birth of the movement was inspired by the understanding that Donald J. Trump is void of any constitutional principles. While we do understand the anger and betrayal that has befallen we the people, we must not allow ourselves to fall into the trap of adopting the, quote, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, end quote, mentality. Given the fact that Trump is just as opposed to the United States Constitution as Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and every other evil-inspired reprobate of Satan, it should be abundantly clear to everyone what measures and safeguards need to be implemented in order to maintain the stability and perpetuance of our republic and our supreme law of the land, our shared United States Constitution.
Folks, the Constitution is the key. I know we have said that numerous times, but it is the truth. For the conservative movement to maintain vitality and validity, we must take a principled stance against Donald J. Trump. Remember that the graduates of Pavlov's School of Journalism for the salivating mainstream media, in conjunction with the detente wing of the gutless opposition party, or GOP, like to make conservatives their favorite scapegoats. We simply cannot allow that to continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we here at the Wright Flyer Radio Aviation Excellence cannot stress enough the value that will surely be lost if we continue to tread down the road of ignoring our obligations and duties bestowed upon us as the ultimate wielders of sovereignty. The path is more destructive than the election of any individual to any office, regardless of their stance and position on our shared United States Constitution. When we gamble with our authority by delegating it to unscrupulous individuals because we negate our own duties, we not only abandon our principles, we ensure the ability of evil forces to enslave us and our posterity.
The way to end their senseless blame game is to make a principled stance in which no one can question our motives and objectives. In other words, we must defeat Donald J. Trump in a substantial landslide. Folks, Donald Trump is worse than Hillary Clinton. This is because he would harm the conservative movement for generations to come. Why? Because he is a dyed-in-the-wool Fabian socialist.
Even more so, we the people must become the new resistance. We must be headstrong in utilizing our authorities secured to us by our shared United States Constitution. What I mean by this is, we must exercise our rights without infringing on those of others, so as to properly maintain our authority as the ultimate sovereigns. Failure to speak leads to failure to act. Failure to act leads to enslavement and loss of liberty. Stand on your principles, never abandon that which guides you, and when tyranny confronts you, never back down, never surrender, and never give up.
As long as we stay faithful to the fundamental tenets of our shared United States Constitution, no one will be able to defeat us. Truth is that popular sovereigns, we, the people, are the most powerful entity in this representative republic of ours. Keeping that self-evident truth in mind empowers you to face any hurdles, obstacles, and adversities placed in your path. America belongs to the people and to no one else. Let's make sure that it stays that way.